Welcome to Project X Mystery, where we uncover the world's most intriguing crimes and unsolved mysteries. Today, we dive into one of the most daring heists in history, an audacious plan that outsmarted the most advanced security systems of its time. A story of deception, precision, and a staggering fortune in missing diamonds. This is the Antwerp Diamond Heist, and it remains one of the greatest crimes ever. Let's begin. Antwerp's, Belgium. February 16, 2003. City's diamond district was a fortress of wealth, where millions of dollars in precious gems exchanged hands daily, under the watchful eyes of security cameras, alarm systems, and vault doors thicker than a bank's. Here, the Antwerp Diamond Center stood at the heart of it all, a high-security building where hundreds of jewelers stored their most prized possessions in underground vaults. But on this cold February morning, an unthinkable scene unfolded. The vault, once believed to be impenetrable, stood open. Over $100 million worth of diamonds, gold, and precious gems had vanished into thin air. Not a single alarm had sounded. No forced entry. No obvious sign of how the thieves had breached one of the most secure safes in the world. It was a crime so perfect it felt almost impossible. How had they done it? The answer lay in the mastermind behind the operation, man named Leonardo Notarbartolo. For years, Leonardo had lived a double life. To the outside world, he was a modest Italian businessman, a gem trader with a reputation among Antwerp's jewelers. But behind the scenes, he was something else entirely. A career criminal, an expert thief, and the leader of a shadowy gang known as the School of Turin. Notorious for their precision in high-stakes robberies, Leonardo had infiltrated the diamond district long before the heist ever took place. He rented an office space inside the Antwerp Diamond Center, using it as a front to gain access to the building. This allowed him to study the movements of security personnel, the positioning of surveillance cameras, and, most importantly, the inner workings of the vault. It was a masterful game of deception. He built relationships with diamond dealers, earning their trust. No one suspected that this quiet, unassuming Italian was secretly planning to pull off the greatest diamond heist in history. For over 2 years, Leonardo and his team planned every detail of the operation. The gang, comprised of hand-picked specialists, each had a unique role. There was the electronics expert, the lockpicker, the muscle, and the mastermind. Together, they devised a method to disable every layer of security inside the vault. The Antwerp Diamond Center had 10 layers of security, including a magnetic lock with 100 million possible combinations, heat and motion sensors, infrared night detectors, a seismic alarm system that could detect drilling vibrations. To most criminals, this would be an impossible challenge. But to Leonardo's team, it was just another puzzle to solve. On the night of February 15, 2003, the plan was set in motion. Under the cover of darkness, Leonardo and his men slipped into the Antwerp Diamond Center. The security cameras never recorded their entry. They bypassed the magnetic lock by using an exact replica of the vault key, one that Leonardo had secretly recreated during his time in the building. The motion detectors inside the vault should have triggered an alarm, but the gang had anticipated this. They used a simple yet brilliant trick: hairspray. By covering the infrared sensors with a fine mist, they temporarily froze the system, preventing it from detecting movement. Next came the vault's final defense: the heat and seismic sensors. A single change in temperature or vibration could have triggered the alarm, but the team used a homemade aluminum shield to block the sensors while they carefully picked open the safe deposit boxes. For hours, they worked in complete silence, emptying 123 safety deposit boxes, stuffing bags full of diamonds, gold, and cash. By dawn, they were gone. The security guards arrived the next morning, expecting another routine day in Antwerp's diamond district. Instead, they walked into one of the most baffling crime scenes ever recorded. The vault was open. The safety deposit boxes had been cleaned out, but there was no sign of a break-in. The police were stunned. How had the thieves bypassed every layer of security without triggering a single alarm? For days, investigators found nothing. No fingerprints, no forced entry, no surveillance footage. The perfect crime. But then, a mistake. Leonardo and his team had vanished, along with over $100 million worth of diamonds. But as they made their getaway, one critical error led to their downfall. Somewhere along a secluded road outside Antwerp, the thieves pulled over to dispose of evidence. Bags of empty deposit boxes, security tapes, and used tools. Thinking they had covered their tracks, they left behind a pile of garbage in a forested area. But they missed something. Among the trash, investigators found a half-eaten sandwich and a receipt with Leonardo Notarbartolo's name on it. It was the only clue police needed. Leonardo was arrested just days later, and soon after, several of his crew members were tracked down. But here's where the mystery deepens. Despite their arrests, none of the stolen diamonds were ever recovered. During his trial, Leonardo remained tight-lipped about the missing gems. In a shocking twist, he claimed that the entire heist was an inside job, orchestrated by Antwerp's own diamond dealers to commit insurance fraud. He insisted that the stolen diamonds were already sold off long before the crime even took place. To this day, no one knows the full truth. Leonardo was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but the diamonds, gone, hidden, scattered across the world. And so, the Antwerp Diamond Heist remains one of history's greatest unsolved crimes. A perfectly executed robbery, a trail of missing millions, and one lingering question: where are the diamonds? What do you think? Was this truly a flawless crime? Or is there more to the story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you love unraveling real-life mysteries, make sure to subscribe for more intriguing stories from Project X Mystery. Stay curious. Until next time.